I would like to show you how to build upon a tutorial I did a while ago is to add to a REST API with Express and Node, add access to the MongoDB. So let's get started. Basically, you can take a look at my old tutorial, go to my website under Node.js, and you will see how to build a REST API with Express and Node.js. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to add MongoDB to that, and I'll show you how to do that. First thing you want to do is install MongoDB driver for Node, and the easy way to just install is to run this command npm install MongoDB, and I've already installed it, and so that's what you can do. So once you install the client, what you do is you require the MongoDB package and get the access to the client. I'm going to use a URL, basically the local host, and I have a database called test, which currently has nothing. And the way to do it is you say client.invoke the method connect and give it the URL, which is this URL, and provide a callback, which the first parameter is an error. If error is null, and all I'm saying is connected correctly to MongoDB. And I'm also going to show you that the collection, I'm going to get a collection test from that and assign it to this variable called collection, the db collection.test. So that's all I've done in here in terms of that. In terms of the APIs as to how to do this, so let's just show from where we started. So this is the create API for the CRUD, and this is all I had initially, where you could take a database object in memory, and basically at the parameters that are coming in, you assign the request.body. But since we want to connect to MongoDB, we have to do the same thing in MongoDB. So what I do is I create an object which has basically nothing. In the object, I create a key value pair where the key is what the incoming book name is. In this case, let's say it's Harry, and whatever is coming in the body, I'm assigning it to that. And this is the call we make. We got the collection. We call using the insert method of the Mongo driver, and we present this object. And it's same thing, it's pretty straightforward. Function error and callback. If error is null, it is going to say inserted document fine. And right now in this case, we just return the response as request.body. To do the get, it is quite similar. What we do is we create a query object, and we have a key. Key is whatever the parameter is coming in. That's the name of the book was Harry. And we want to check in terms of the query that this exists, and if this exists, we will provide this for the collection, find one, and present this query where it exists, and if it corrects, we can error and a doc callback, and we reserve a response.json as a doc. In the put, which is for an update, it is quite similar. This is the part of the query, initial query. To create a new data, what we end up doing is we have update one. Here's the query, and as you might know, when you're doing MongoDB, you want to say what you're setting or updating. So we're $set, and we give it the new data. And as usual, we will just return the response.json response body. And to delete is probably as simple as doing the find one. Here is the query. We are going to try to find if it exists is equal to true, and we're going to say delete one. If error is null, it is successfully deleted. And that's pretty much all that is needed to implement a simple REST API with MongoDB. So let's see if we can run this, and I can show you what it does. Node debug. And here, as you can see, I'm going to put some breakpoints in the route, so you can kind of see a little bit of an idea as to what it is doing. So we have a breakpoint in the read area, and I'm going to just do it in here, and also here, and also here. So let's just let this thing go and see what happens. So okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is just basically do a get, And since I don't have any document on Harry, I expect it to basically return a null. So it is going to stop here. And as you can see, the error is null, but there is no document. This is for the get, so I'm going to kind of let it go. And if I go to the local host, you can see I should have nothing in there in terms of the query. I'm going to stop here, so I let it go again. Let it go, and here you can see there was nothing in there. That was the null object. So I showed you just the get portion of it. Let's just do a post, which is basically used to create. So I'm going to create this thing. It comes in the node inspector. Inserted the document fine, which is very good. And if I let me just remove the breakpoint in get, so it doesn't kind of keep stopping it all the time. So if I do a get, here you can see the document is coming through, Harry. The title is Awesome Book. And if I go into RoboMongo, which is basically a client which allows me to see what's in Mongo database, we can see that it added the document Harry with an author, Harry, title is Awesome Book, because that's what I had in the post body. So the next operation I can do is call the put, which is for the update, and I'm going to just basically say new awesome book. And I don't really need to have the breakpoints in there because I think it's pretty straightforward once you kind of know how to do one. And let's just do that, and I'm going to send a new awesome book as an update. Here you can see it probably just worked because you end up seeing it back. And we can do a get here, and you can see it updated the new awesome book. If I go into RoboMongo and look at it back again, here you can see the title got updated to new awesome book. And the last operation I can kind of show you is basically the delete. And if I do a delete, it should just say successfully deleted. And if I look at it here, it's gone. And if I go back in RoboMongo and click on it, and you see there's no record, it's gone. So you can see how it is to build upon the REST API I've already shown you and add Mongo driver client functions and to basically use a database. So thank you for watching this short screencast.